Okay, so we've got Hitt Demolition today. Equipment is a hammer. In all honesty, if you haven't got a hammer, you'll probably not be looking at this workout, okay? So, but I'm going to record it. There's a lot of you out there that like the hammer work. And you might need a chair if you need it for burpees this morning. Or any other equipment. So we're going to start with no further ado. Hammer on the right hand side, underhand grip, left hand loosely over. We're going to start with a Thor's hammer. We've got 4 Tabatas to do on the right side, 4 on the left, and we'll 1 minute cardio round at the end of each round. Okay, so let's get going. So widey stance, drop it down, and then circumnavigate the head. So, like I said, we've got our Thor's hammer. I don't know how. Again, I got a big old bee sting on my finger yesterday. Okay, and then we're just going to go for a little bicep curl for 10 seconds. You don't have to do the 10-second round. Back to your Thor's hammer. So starting with a big old exercise. So the Thor's hammer is probably the most technical exercise that we do with a hammer. Don't overcomplicate it. Just let momentum take over, guys. And again, I'm doing this fairly rapidly. And I'm going straight back to my bicep curl. I'm going to take my glasses off because I can't see anything with them on. They're just readers. And let's go again. So, over we go. So I had planned to do a pyramid this morning with you, but like I said, I didn't know if I'd be able to do the workout or not. If my grip goes, obviously, it's not going to be good. Bicep curls. So I was going to break it all the way up for you, gang. Do right and then left, but let's drop it down. We are going to do it the hard way, which means we're going to go all the way down on the 4 exercises on the right side and then all the way back up on the exercises on the left side. Back to bicep curls. So that takes us halfway through. I've kept it nice and hopefully basic. Drop it down again. So the Hitt Demolition is one of my favourite classes of the week. I've had to downgrade it today because I can't do what I want to do. I'll probably be sulking a bit, so back to bicep. Like I normally do a little bit of a challenge on when we do Tabatas. I'm not doing that today. Let's go. So I just want you to focus on the actions with the hammer. I recorded a pyramid last night. That will be on YouTube if you know where my channel is. I'm not keeping it secret, guys, but bicep curls. I pretty much just, like I say, I'm going to be putting the ones out that I want you to do on WhatsApp. Let's go. This is round 7 of 8. And hopefully it'll go fairly rapidly this morning. Like I say, I've just picked 4 exercises out that we'll be doing on the right side and then back up on the left. Biceps. I've also picked 4 cardio rounds that again, hopefully are okay. Last set of these. And then we're not going to do the biceps on the last round. You're just going to move the hammer out the way and we're going to do a little run forwards and backwards. If you don't want to do the cardio section, you can just wait, but let's get rid of that. Just pop that to the side. Got 10 seconds before we do our running forwards and backwards. Let's go, guys. So just running forwards and backwards. So far, so good on the hand. It was a dead bee that stung me, guys. Bloody dead bee. I grabbed hold of something and there was a dead bee in it and it stung me. And it was the very first day that I'd been out without my EpiPen. Typical, but good news is I'm still here, I didn't die. Yay! So again, the next round of exercises, once we hear that buzzer in about 7 seconds time, we're going to go down on the floor. Time. Down on the floor, take the hammer with you. We've got flies for your 10 seconds, 20 seconds even. So that'll be hammering the right hand side. Okay, and sit-ups for your 10-second exercise. So knees bent, feet flat, stick behind you. Let's go. So we've got our flies. Now, when we do the sit-up, this is a routine we've done loads of times, the flies and sit-ups. It works really well. You can do straight arm sit-ups or you can do a single arm chest press. Your call, guys. Now, I'm going to go for just 2 straight arm sit-ups and you'll probably get 5 or 6 chest presses. Then I'm going to go back into position and then I'm back for my flies. Now, we might change the way that we do the fly. So again, this is a basic at the moment. I might put a little alternative action in there as well. Again, presses or sit-ups. So again, you might be able to get 3 sit-ups out. I'm going to try it. And then I'm going to go back to my flies. I'm going to add a left leg drop this time. A little left leg drop. So remember, it's always opposites. The leg drop is optional. Keep that spine down. And we've got those 2 sit-ups or 5 or 6 chest presses. Or a rest, obviously. Back to the leg drop. So I'm planning on this one going really quite fast, guys. It's a 40-minute workout from start to finish. Because each Tabata is 5 minutes long. Okay, sit-ups or chest press. Keep the legs out straight for the next round. Cross your left over right. And we've got flies. So I've got my legs out straight. I've got my left leg crossed over my right. Keep the spine down. It's harder to keep the spine down on this round. Remember, you can rest or you can do the option for the 10. Keep that leg crossed if you're doing the options. And then we're going to go back for position. Let's go. And again, try and keep that left shoulder down. I've not spoke about the left shoulder. Keep that down. For you regular demolition people, you'll know all about keeping the shoulder and the spine down because I nag the hell out of you all the time. Okay, let's go. Now, the next one. I'm going to do a fly, but take the right legs wide, both hands on, and you're going to do your funny fly. So you've got both hands on, and I've got quite a good angle on both cameras. Again, I'm recording, I'm doing a live class, and so far so good, I've not had to nag them. And then we've got 2 of those straight arm sit-ups or chest presses. And then we're going to go for our last fly. Let's go. So this is our funny fly. And again, it's really quite hard on the tummy, especially how I've got the legs. As soon as you hear this one, the hammer's going to go down. You're going to be on your feet, and we've got side-to-side shuffles, but you've got 10 seconds to get yourself in position. Okay, up it comes. Hammer is out the way. Side to side shuffle. Let's go, guys. So your side to side shuffle. So this 1 minute is a little bit the light cardio, and it's also just a way of shaking off the arm a little bit. Next exercise is going to be fair ground, and with that we'll have a little shoulder press. So again, it'll be the right side. So remember, we've got literally a game of 2 halves. 4 on the right, 4 on the left. Five seconds. Re-grab the hammer when you hear the buzzer. It's more of a foghorn than a buzzer, isn't it? Okay, so both hands on. Right hand over the top, left hand over the top. So we've got our fair ground. And you're going to squat down, raise it round to your right. Remember, this is a core exercise as well as legs and arms. Are we ready? Let's go. So, now your optional 10 seconds is shoulder press this time. And I'm only going to do 2 shoulder presses and then bring it down into position. So we've got a bit of work. I'm going to go just 2, bring it back down and wait for the next round. I think we'll take that to 4 next time. Let's go. So again, for those of you online, just watch your feet, guys, and watch your control. Those of you at home watching this on pre-recorded, same thing, watch the feet, watch the control. And I'm going for 4 presses. Remember, these are optional. Okay. Let's go again. So this is a full body exercise, this one. Legs and arms, core, abs back, shoulders, chest. And I'm going for my 4 presses again. Remember, they're optional. Let's go. So, if you're now doing this live with me, you'll be able to hear me breathing, but not as hard as you would be able to hear me breathing on the pre-recorded, because there's no music playing. I will give you musical options. Okay, press it for when you've got playback. Let's go. So like I said, I've recorded every class since last Wednesday. So you'll have a lot of work on there for when I'm off for 3 days. Bring it up. 4 if you want to. Let's go. Call this one fair ground. After that, fair ride, as in F-A-I-R, amusement park ride. And press it. Remember, it's okay to be out of breath. Let's go. Round 7 already. Like I said, hopefully it'll go really quite quickly. The next round will be your last round of shoulder presses. Okay. Then we've got a final round of foreground to do. Let's go. So I'm using a little bit of rock music. You won't be able to hear this on the pre-recorded, but live classes, you've got all the musical choices already done for you. Okay, get rid of that. Now we've got burpee. Going to go wide with a squat. You can do this off the chair if you need to. Let's go. So one burpee, one deep squat. So I want the feet wide. If you're doing it off the floor, if you're doing it off a chair, just normal burpee. So if you feel like you can't do the burpee off the floor, for whatever reason, chair, handlebars, whatever. Now the next exercise, you're going to need access to a wall. And you're going to be taking the hammer with you. There'll be no 10-second exercise on the next round. I will give you options though, if it gets too tough. But it shouldn't do. Go really deep on that squat. And time. Pick your hammer up, over to a wall. You want the stick in front. Sorry, that's Learn Piano pop-up advert. Okay, so stick in front, hand on the wall, take a step out. Don't be rotated in, twist it round like so, and you're just going to do a raise. Are we ready? Let's go. So, nice and steady. Now I'm going to get you to do at least 2 rounds before I give you the option of doing something fractionally easier. Rest it up. So all I've done is kick that foot where it is, move that one in and take my arm off the wall for the rest. Arm back on, leg back out, let's go. Keep that going, guys. Sorry, I'm getting loads of phone calls. They're all concerning my mum at the moment. Okay, and then rest it. Now, if you wanted to, you can now go squat raise if you don't like doing the wall one. Let's go. So I'm keeping it really quite strict. But you can do the squat raise if you wanted to. This one is a tougher one, hence the 10 seconds rest. And rest it. Now the squat raise is easy because you've got some momentum, and obviously, so we're stepping back in. Let's go. Obviously all these can be done with a dumbbell, but the Thor's hammer, it's okay with a dumbbell going, but it's better with a hammer. Okay, release it up. I'm just going to shake that hand off a little bit on the wall, so let's go again. I've just dropped my hand a little lower on this one, and just gone on the side of my hand rather than the flat of my hand. And again, just doing the best variation of this that you can, gang. And rest. That was 5. Okay, got 3 more. Starting to buzz now. Let's go. So remember, you have got that option to do a squat raise. and resting it, standing tall, giving that hand a shake off, replacing it, stepping them together again. This is round 7. Like I said, I've deliberately not put a 10-second round in. But this will be the last round on the right side, but you've got one more round of these after. Whoa, starting to struggle a bit. We've got some arm shakers back at home watching you live. It's all right. Step in position. Let's go again. After this one, we are we're going to go into our 1 minute cardio round. And time. Just pop that hammer down. Now we've got prisoner squats for this round. I know. Okay, so hands go behind the head. Okay, and we've got squats. Now that's your basic prisoner squat. That's level 1. Level 2, add a toe raise. Level 3, add a jump. But when you're doing them, just make sure you're checking your feet, and more importantly, make sure that your knees aren't doing that when you go down, okay? So just give yourself a check, you know, make sure those knees aren't going in. Ten seconds left, guys. Oh, hate prison squats. Recovery, not for long though. Grab your hammer, left hand side.
Talk to me.
Okay. Right hand over, left hand under. Thor's hammer. You ready? Let's go, guys. So far so good for me. With my finger, it's actually, believe it or not, it's my left hand I've got the sting on, and it's hitting more. Okay, biceps. Just gripping it, because I know it looks like my right hand on line. Let's go. Biceps, remember you can rest for 10 if you wanted to. Let's go. I did do a very good pyramid online last night for the circuit, which will be released. It's a pyramid that we've done before, but I used a hammer instead of kettlebell. Bicep curls. It takes just over 30 minutes to do the workout, so it's really quite good, guys. Let's go, so it's worth a look. So the shoulder presses get swapped out for hammer exercises, as do the chest presses, and it becomes a game of 2 halves. So, but you can use a kettlebell for it. Biceps. Let's go, back down. So I've been quite mean this morning, doing the 4 rounds right side and the 4 rounds left side. I'm going to keep the cardio rounds and bicep, but we aren't going to finish off on a cardio round. The prison squat was a one-time only. Let's go. If you do feel like, if you're watching this on your own time and you feel like I've missed it out, feel free to do the prison squats at the end. But remember, it'll be the last exercise and you've got to sort of make time to cool it down. Biceps. Again, optional. 2 more rounds to go, gang. Let's go. Back down for that Thor. So we're just wielding our hammer like Thor does. Ha! I was going to say something from a Thor film. I can't remember a single line. Biceps, last set of biceps. I've watched Thor so many times, I should be able to spout it off easily. Let's go. And all I can think of is, by the power of Grayskull, which is He-Man, not Thor. If Chris Hemsworth hasn't done He-Man, he should. Don't you think, guys? He'd be perfect. And let's get rid of that. And we did our running backwards and forwards with this one. You ready? Let's go again. So today, it's one of those unusual events in Cornwall. I'm getting a haircut. What can I say about haircuts in Cornwall? Not a lot without being really negative. So I'm going to shut up. I had a really good haircut in July. That's when I came up to Derby. And it's a long way to drive for a haircut. After this one, in 20 seconds time, we're down on the floor for your flies. It will be a hammer on the left hand side. Time. Down we go. Okay. So sorry, there's just a few adverts coming up on this. Here we go. Hammer, left hand side. Stick behind you. So remember, you've got the chest press or sit-ups, whichever option you took last time, you're going to take this time. Let's go down. So basic fly. Basic fly. I'm actually not sulking as much as I thought I would, guys. Chest press or 2 or 3 straight arm sit-ups. Let's go back to basic fly. Thinking about the spine being down, and this time about that right shoulder being driven down onto the floor. And chest press, sit-ups or rest, whichever variation you want to do is cool with me. Rebend the knees. Right leg drop this time if you want to, purely optional. You can keep it on base flies. I like to do flies with the hammer, gang, because it's one of those exercises that's perfect for women. Perfect. Now we've got straight on sit-up, chest press or rest. Fly with that optional leg drop, right side. Remember, it's always opposites on the hammer. If we're using a limb to create some resistance, it's opposites. So that body just has to work just that little bit harder. Okay, straight arm sit up. Now staying down, right over left on the cross foot. So the right's gone over, the right's gone over. That's it. Chest press, sit up or rest. Keeping that leg in that position. Let's go. So again, keeping your focus on your right shoulder and thinking about your spine as well, pressing down the best that you can. And sit up, chest or rest. Split the legs. Keeping the hands on. We've got that funny fly, both hands on. Taking it over with the arms as straight as you possibly can. Thinking about how hard this is hitting your core. Sit up, rest or chest. Keep those legs wide for all options. And let's go again, keep those hands on. My right hand is right on the end of the hammer. My left hand is right up close to the hammer head on this one. Obviously I've got a bend in my elbows because that's natural, but there is no movement coming from them. And time, sit yourselves up guys, hammer out the way. We've got our side to side shuffle for 1 minute. Let's go again. So you can, there's various options on this one. You can do it with that leg like so, or keeping the feet together. I'm going to go with that little sliding gait because you get a little bit more off your inner thigh and a little bit more tightness off the glute. So in other words, it's harder because you're bringing in more muscle groups. Remember, it's about how many muscle groups you bring in that will add intensity to your workout. It's not always speed. I'm not saying it's never speed, but time. Re-grab your hammer, left hand side, both hands over the top. Fair ground. Are we ready guys? So this time it's going to go around to your left with those 4 shoulder presses optional. Let's go again. So keep going while I instruct to you. Again, as you go down there, you should feel a crunch on your abs. As you rise it up, you should feel it turning in. As you come over, it will go over the top. So really thinking about what you're doing. Shoulder press, optional 4. Let's go again. Okay, optional 4. Ha. Let's go again. Again, optional 4. You can do 2 or 3 or none. Let's go again. Like I said, hopefully you can hear that buzzer loud and proud going off in the background. Yeah. Optional press. Let's go round 5. So again, remember all those teaching points, thinking about your tummy. Can you see how much time I'm taking on that top bit there? It's almost like a slow-mo. Four if you can. Sorry, that's my dogs kicking off in the background. Let's go. It's probably somebody just walking past the house, guys. It's nothing serious with the dogs barking. Up we go. 4 if you can. Let's go. Dogs are getting away with murder because I would normally shout "shut up" at this point really loudly, but I'm not going to do that this morning. Let's go. Last set of 4. You ready? Let's do it. Now we've got that burpee coming up next. Remember, you've got options to do it on the floor with handlebars, that's the press up bars, or off the chair. Time. Goes out the way. I want a wide stance if you're on the floor, normal if you're off the chair. Let's go. Add that deep squat. Now keep going. I want you to see the deep squat. It's really low. Excuse me 1 second.
There's nobody and nothing there.
Apparently there's nobody and nothing there that the dog's barking at. Now the next exercise that we're going to do after this will be our last one for this morning, and it's that side arm raise on the left hand side. Now guys, if I do it as I did last time, I will have my back to you. I don't want to do that, okay, because then I'm not instructing. So remember, this is a live class as well, although and time. You want the hammer in the left hand side. If you've got okay, so you want to be having the left hand on the wall, the right hand on the wall, taking that step. Okay, remember I'm not going to be doing that option today, and I want you first, and so because of the camera, so we're just going to go into side raises. So I've got no leaning option here, guys. If I go onto the other wall, you lose me on both cameras, so I'm just going to stay out of it, but hopefully you've got all your teaching points and rest. Now remember, you can follow me if you wanted to. Stay on the wall like you did on the right side. Let's go. After the second round, I gave you an optional squat raise, which was to soften the blow a little bit. Keep that head up, eye gaze is starting to get sloppy on line, and rest. Now remember, on the third round, you can introduce that squat raise if you want to. Join me on the standing or stay on the leaning against the wall. Let's go. If you've gone with the option that I'm doing, you'll notice that I've just put my opposite hand on my hip. and that hammer is doing exactly the same thing. Be careful not to go back. That's why I put you on the wall, because it's virtually impossible to do it wrong. And rest. Scared, guys? Ugh. And rest. I think this is actually hard as standing. But hey, if you lean it, just do what you can, do your best that you did on the opposite side. Let's go. Last week we added some side raisers, and I decided that it's ages since we've done it up against the wall. That was the decision made last Tuesday that we would add this in as part of our workout. And rest it. That's round 5. Remember, there is no cardio round at the end of this one. We are done. Let's go. So I Hitt Demolition. 7 minutes of cardio. And a 16, 32, yeah, so, and rest. 3 minutes times by 8, 24 minutes, 20, no more than that, about 26 minutes. Okay, let's go again. Round 7 of hammer exercises. So exactly a 40-minute workout, guys. So literally you have got 33 minutes of hammer and rest and 7 minutes cardio. So it's exactly 40 minutes workout, guys. Let's go again. Last set. So we did all the right side, then all the left side. Sometimes I do it so that you do right, left, right, left. And time. Let's just get rid of that hammer. Okay. And let's just do a little swing around just to loosen that off. I did this last night after the pyramid, just to relax the shoulders off. Just remember this one, guys, it's really good for the spine and it's really good for your shoulders. So if you do suffer with stress, where you've got your shoulders elevated, just do this every now and again throughout the day and it'll soon sort you out. That's me done this morning. I'm going to switch the video off first and then I'm going to say goodbye to my onliners.